37 above. Thomas and Tripburn, 0 elims each. Very surprising. Normally you see Thomas and Tripburn pick up at least 1 elim before first rotating. 48-man first rotating, so incredibly stacked here. Luckily, Thomas and Tripburn already have their surge. I mean, 17 players have to go down. This might not even hold. They might need a little bit more. Just a... Okay. I'm going to guess that player wasn't there on Thomas's screen. What am I supposed... Okay, Pink takes down Frey. Wait, that was fucking an hour ago. Frey died. Did Frey get rebooted? Didn't Frey die like an hour? Whatever. Eyedrop and Jerky on the high ground, building their way up here. 55 builds for Eyedrop. Don't know how many Jerky has. We got 8 splashes, 6 minis right now as well. No, we saw Frey die. He can't have been rebooted. He was fully finished. His whole team died. Whatever. And it wasn't to Anast. Anast didn't even kill him. It's fine. We have Thomas Hasty now as a solo. 9 builds. 2 armored walls, luckily for him. 410 above, so they gained a lot of damage, but unfortunately no kills to show for it here in this endgame. Thomas is going to try and swim his way through here. Stormy Right goes down to Kami. Podesai goes down to Kami, so Kami picking up some big elims here. I'm going to guess Kami made it front side, and he's just focusing people on the backside who can't build right now. Eyedrop and Jerky still on that high ground though. Pink and Anas still going through. 4 elims for Pink, none for Anas, and Pink just finds his way in right now. Gonna get the finish there onto Gudenbro. 20 builds. Pink is holding on really well right now. Gold shotgun in hand, looking good. 16 teams, 29 players. Thomas finally goes down to Kami again. Also has 4 kills for him and Seti. Vacan's down below as well. Kami said he might be able to pick that one up, but they're going to stay elevated. I think Seti's going to come up to Kami. No, Kami's going to drop down to Seti. We want this ulti low position. Kami and Seti always most comfortable in ulti low. Meanwhile, Janice and Vidil, 2 elims to their name, trying to make their way through now as well. Looks like Vidil's getting caught in a bit of an engagement on the backside. He takes down Meza. But Janice is down to 1 singular build though, so he's kind of waiting for Vidil to come back with that refresh. They have linked back up. Jerky and Eyedrop still going here. Bubak's there on that second height. Might need to be careful for a little bit of a late flank there. He is solo, so wouldn't expect too much of a problem there on high ground 2v1. Kami and Seti still here in this low ground layer. They've decided to elevate at least a couple layers, going back across the water. So you want to try and stay 1 or 2 layers off the ground in the water zone, so all the people in shambles and low ground can't just jump in your box. T-Chip's got 5 elims. Really good loadout right now, especially with that grapple glove. T-Chips could easily clutch up like a top 3 here potentially, maybe more if he plays it really well. Vidil drops down in the water. Unfortunately, Vidil only got 3 builds left. Also using the 2-shot shotgun. Snazy jumps in, gets hit with a 66, but Snazy with the striker is able to put down more damage. Janice picks up the elim. Bit of the refresh. That's going to be double siphon mats. T-Chip still going here. 7th place. 10 players still alive. So there's 3 duos in this. The rest are solos. Sorry, just Chips, not T-Chips. Sorry, Chips. My bad. Bubak still going after that second high. Bubak still going solo. He's been solo for quite a while. Eyedrop takes down Andalex. Wonder if Eyedrop and Jerky have been able to pick up their elims on the high ground to show for it. Chips has gotten his down here on 5. He's still got probably the build. He's probably got the mat advantage right now of a lot of these teams in the low ground as well. These water zones are going to burn a lot more material than any other zone, except for maybe mountain zones. Janice down a little bit to the right. Chips is down to only wood though, unfortunately. So, he puts down the armored wall, not on the roof. Janice looking to try and make a play onto Chips. Janice and Chips. A little bit of a box fight here. 13 builds. Gets the wall. Janice takes it, but doesn't get the second wall. Chips gets out. Janice going to clear this layer, though, and he has the edit. That's so unfortunate for Chips. Janice had the wall the entire time. Really hard to know which these builds in endgame your enemy is going to own. And that's just an unfortunate one to go down there. Zrogi getting hit hard here. Looks like Zrogi and Kroggy have changed the names. Kami and Seti on the low ground. We have Eyedrop and Jerky up on the high ground. Who do we have here in the mid ground? There was one other solo left. Was that Janice? I think it's Janice. Still going strong here. The German 0 ping. Yep, coming out on top there for Janice. Can he make a... Oh, I think Janice is going to have to settle for 3rd here. I don't see how Janice is going to get a 2nd out of this unless... Nope, Jerky's going to take down Janice, and there it is. 2v2. Eyedrop and Jerky. I don't think they even made it out of round 2 last week. Don't want to put any flame on Eyedrop and Jerky, but huge turnaround this week to now come out with a potential game 1 win in round 4. Kami and Seti running out of mats on the low ground, running out of room on the low ground. Zone's pushing down. I think Eyedrop and Jerky have this one in the bag. Looking at the health difference right now and the advantage of high ground versus low. Jerky drops down. Can he find the shot onto Kami? He does. And it looks like Eyedrop's going to find the shots onto Seti. And we have Eyedrop and Jerky closing out game 1. Really big performance. After game 1, we have Eyedrop and Jerky in first on 44 points with that win there. Seti and Kami in second with their second place on 41. Vidil and Janice in third with their third place on 40. It's very rare you see this, where first, second, third are in order, because usually Elims kind of jumps. Oh, they all got equal Elims. Holy shit, they have 18 splashes, 2 grapple gloves, legendary weapons, epic weaponry. Tripburn and Thomas are looking fantastic this game. Oh, IGL clicks coming out. What's up, dude? Thomas and Tripburn are looking really good this game. Oh, and Refsguard and Clown are fighting for it, though. Eyedrop and Jerky, if they don't hold this, they've wasted all their material for nothing. Clown's in the box, and he gets the edit, the 122 tag. But unfortunately, he just edited on both enemies' players. But Eyedrop's going to come in and try and close this one out. Does Eyedrop go down? No, Eyedrop closes this one out, but Eyedrop and Jerky go down. Very unfortunate, but that means we've got a free high ground right now. That is a no for the prediction. And now it wonders who's going to take high ground. It looks like Karma's going to take the free high ground. Tripburn and Thomas with 18 splashes, double grapple glove, could be looking for this high ground. They've got fantastic material, all the meds in the world. They could even tank Storm and late take it if they wanted to from the backside in Storm. They've got the splashes to make Storm plays. Tyno goes down in the feed. Destru's going to go down as well. Tripburn and Thomas are definitely the favorites to win this game right now, this loadout. It is Karma on the high ground. Meanwhile, we see Marion go down to the hands of Snazy. The Frenchie's in top 5 right now, holding onto a spot. Remember, top 5 is going to go straight through to grand finals. That's what most of these guys are gunning for right now. Snazy's going to stay on that front side. Just under 60 builds. Meanwhile, Pink and Anas. Wait, hold up. Pink and Anas also looking really good. So we've got 2 really good teams, both looking stacked in this endgame. So we could see a little Pink versus Thomas in the endgame here. 13 teams, 24 players, so a lot of duos here. Very few solos. Actually, only 1 or 2 solos in this one right now, depending on if this updates. And oh, big shot from Flowiz. Hellnada and Flowiz right now on 3 eliminations. Good loadout for them as 2. So we've got some really stacked teams in this. Here we go. Thomas and Tripburn unfortunately messes up the first grapple. Thomas almost takes some fall damage there. Struggling with the grapple glove there a little bit. Older's going to take down Blatcher. Andelek's going to go down to Janice. Deceptos going down as well. Thomas opening up this one. The armored wall saving. I think that's Astro and Michael inside that box. Thomas and Tripburn still going here in the mid ground. Flowiz and Hellnada. Unfortunately, Hellnada goes down. Flowiz got that med miss. Looks like material being the biggest issue for them right now. They had the weapons, had the meds, but didn't have the mats. He's on the ulti low, looking good though. As good as he can as a solo right now, that is. Andelex goes down. Snazy now solo. Jumping up into 3rd place overall, so looking really good for the new French team. Older's now here on the ulti low as well. 75 builds for Older. Now we've got a few more solos running around in this one. How's high ground looking? Pink and Anas did have it, but they lose it. It looks like Karma's going back up for it. So I don't know who had this one. Maybe Pink and Anas just took it, and Karma's still been holding onto it since first rotating. All that matters now is, though, that Pink and Anas do have it. Has the 8 splashes as well. Has the grapple gloves, but Thomas and Tripburn haven't played their hand just yet. They've still got their 8 eliminations they had going into this end game. DKS taking a bit of that focus right now as well. Top 7 for Thomas and Tripburn here. They came, I think, 10th last week or 11th, so not a bad performance, but they weren't top 5. Gonna have to use some of these splashes. Good use of 4 armored walls as well is also massive in the hands of Thomas right now, but not if he goes down. Thomas doesn't get to use them, but Tripburn might be able to. No, he can't get the res because Thomas gets finished. If he could have gotten in around there, he could have armored wall res, but unfortunately, Thomas gonna go down. Tripburn now solo just outside top 5. I see Frey on the low ground, and unless I saw that incorrectly, Frey's currently in top 5. No, he went down on spawn. I'm confused. Either way, Tripburn still fighting his way through this mid-ground layer. Combeck here with the 22 builds. Only wood. Anas and Pink here on the high ground. Secured this one for now. Looks like the material's running low though, so they've got to be careful. This is the final zone. 1 minute 15, and this zone will be fully closed out. Tripburn playing really well as a solo right now, but I maybe cursed this team twice. I cursed Thomas, I cursed Tripburn. I'm sorry. Karma goes down to Combeck. Combat gets finished off by Frey. Alder goes down, so Frey's still running up this low ground right now with Cold Fan. 7 elims for them right now in 8th place, so I did misread their place right now. Pinkin and Ass are still on this high ground. I think this might be a Pinkin and Ass win here. I'm not too sure. We'll see if Frey and Cold Fan can do something from the low ground, but they're running out of material, and it looks like they are going to collide. No, never mind. Jabco goes down to Pink up above, so it's a 2v2, and I think we might have a repeat of game 1. High ground has every advantage here. I think it's just going to be Pinkin and Ass closing this one out, finding these angles with their superior material. Oh no, they actually run out of mass. Sorry, I thought Anas might have some build. Never mind, there is chance in this one. Drops down, misses the first shot, hits the second. And Anas and Pink do close it out. A 5 elim win for Pink and Anas. It's looking like they're still uncontested at Joneses. I'm going to guess they're still staying unconned. All right, either way. So we have Pink and Anas in first right now on 73 points. 2 matches played. They got that win, and they got a 5 elim 10th in game 1. Then we have Eyedrop and Jerky in second, Andelix and Snazy in third.
Wow, the goat, keep up the great
Vadil
work.
and Janice in fourth, Flowers and Hellfire, Chips and Art Skill, Tripburn and Thomas, JJ and Aware, Michael and Astro, and then Frey and Flixie. Here's Thomas and Tripburn, looking good here. Grapple glove in hand, good meds. The 2-shot shotgun. Okay, so Thomas is actually definitely prioritizing the 2-shot shotgun. I'm gonna have to DM about that later. I'm curious about that. All right, 355 above. He's got 3 metal walls as well to come in clutch. Probably going to try and make a Spider-Man rotate here. Just elevate out of one of these boxes. Oh, Savage and Hen are on the high ground. Nice. Okay. Savage and Hen could be on the comeback here. Game 3 might be the one to do it. There they are. Unfortunately, lagging their way along high ground, but laggy lobbies is actually more advantageous to be on high ground once you've already claimed it, because other teams aren't as confident to make a move for it, because that's what happens if they do. They get stuck, just frozen in the open. I love this game. Oh, good loadout for Savage as well. Good heal-off potential too. This could go to a heal-off and how many players are alive. As long as the zones keep staying in this kind of area, they don't double pull up onto the mountain. Without verticality, the zone will probably go to heal-off. If it does go for verticality, though, they'll probably run out of mats. We'll see. Jerky goes down, so second place going down to Deceptos. Meanwhile, third place here, Snazy and Anderlecht still looking really good. Thomas and Tripburn. Unfortunately, Tripburn very weak right now on the white heels, but still got that grapple glove in hand. It's going to be an easy rotate, but Thomas goes straight in the box. No, never mind. That's Tripburn's box. Hen takes down Michael. Chips is going to elevate here in 4th place, so a lot of our top 5 teams are still in this one. Some far healthier than others. Geox and Booback still here in the mid ground. Anas goes down. Pink goes down. So both Pink and Anas are out of this one. That is unfortunately a no for the prediction. It means they're going to have their worst game so far here today. Andalex falling as well to Sky. Snazy still here on the low ground. 5 splashes, 27 builds, unfortunately. Oh no, we've got a bit of brick in there. We've got another big brick refresh up here as well. If Snazy can just get to this big brick, that'll be super helpful. Kami and Seti looking to come back. Takes down Nipsey. I could see a Kami and Seti versus Savage and Hen low ground versus high ground finish here potentially. Kami dropping down onto the mats. Zone is now pulling back. I think the zone's pulling back up this verticality though. I think Kami and Seti, yeah, they put themselves in a really awkward spot here. But if no one's paying attention, they should be able to clear this verticality. It's just going to take a lot of their materials. Tripburn and Thomas here in the mid-ground layer. Didn't drop too far, but Tripburn is going to go down. Thomas trying to find an angle here with that 2-shot shotgun. 3 elims to his name. I think he gets pickaxed. I'm pretty sure Marion just unintentionally pickaxed Thomas HD. I think that's all we just witnessed. Meanwhile, X-Sweezy holding on to this med miss, trying to get his way in with 0 builds, 2 elims. Can he get himself in? He's going to stay above these low ground layers. He's going to have to drop down soon, though. Can he maybe farm the brick? Get 1 or 2 builds. He might be taking on his old teammate, X-Weezy. Could be taking on Snazy. No, never mind. He doesn't. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Andalix and X-Weezy. But never mind. Unfortunately, we're going to have some French-on-French action. X-Weezy's replacement, Snazy, going to take him out here on the low ground. 5 teams, 9 players, so a lot of duos in this one. Snazy's the only solo right now. Hen and Savage on the high ground. 5 elims for them. 0 builds for Hen. I don't know how many Savage has, but that's another elim. Gonna make that 6 for this team now. These teams are all colliding on the low ground. This looks fantastic for Hen and Savage. that zone pull down and then back up that big vertical mountain is going to help Hen and Savage so much. All these teams on low ground have now burned through what little material they had. Snazy jumping in. Does he get him? No. Does he take down Dandy? Has to reload. There's the shotgun. Can he get the finish? And no. Oh, he does. One tick. Half a second from going down, and Snazy secures the elimination and secures what I have to imagine will be the second place, because Hen and Savage are on the comeback. I'm guessing like an 8 elim win, I think, for Hen and Savage by the time that one closed out. There they are. Jumps them up into 15th place with an 8 elim win. Good stuff, Hen and Savage. All right, so we have Andelix and Snazy in first on 102, Pink and Nas in second on 89, Sky and Dandir in third on 87, Trippo and Thomas 83, T-Chips Art Skill 81, I Drop Jerky 79, Geox Booback 76, Frey and Flixie 74, JJ and Aware 73, and Seti Kami 73. Didn't see earlier, Nas and Pink took an aggressive 2v1 that unfortunately resulted in Pink needing to get rebooted. They are still holding on though, but that's why their loadout and their mats are a little bit scuffed. The Nas has found a little bit of loot back in this game though, but 388 below. All right, we're going in. Pink is in, and Nas is trying to follow, but unfortunately he's in a little bit too late. How much damage did Pink just do though? 134, so he did about 200 damage in that engagement, but unfortunately no knocks or kills to show for it. And Nas now needs to try to play as a solo who's down on Surge. One of the worst positions to be in. You can't just play placement. Now you got to get active. He's got no burst AR either. He's only got that SMG. Can he get a big pump? Gets a big 100 tag on a set. He gets some shots on a Skyju as well. So right now, Nas potentially put himself above. He has put himself above, and he's in the box. He's going to pickaxe him, and no, he's going to go down. Unfortunately, Pink and Nas, you can't say he didn't try. Literally pulling out everything he could to try to get some Surge there. Meanwhile, Janice gets contested for high ground against, is this shit? Who am I looking at here? I think it's do I see Shizo? I don't know who I just saw there. It's 19th place taking on Janice and Vidil for the high ground. They are going to lose it. And it looks like Janice and Vidil in a rough spot right now. Pink does go down in the feed as we just saw. Janice getting chopped out. The whole thing gets chopped. Is Vidil going to go down as well? It's Nebs. Nebs and Marion with the chop, but Vidil holds on. I'm guessing Vidil must have had a grapple glove there to save that high ground damage. He did. He negates the fall damage. Nebs is now up here getting some good shots down. Not sure who we're taking shots at though. Who's that going to be on front side? That is Shizo. It was Shizo who went for high ground. It's Clown and Rescard there that are on the front side. Where is Hen and Savage? Hen and Savage still going. Hen's a little bit further back than Savage. Kami and Seti also still in this one. The two of our big teams still pushing forward. 16 builds for Thomas HD. He is clutching up big points right now. Thomas doing so well as a solo. Grapple Glove instrumental right now in this solo clutch. Only has 3 builds though, unfortunately. 2 builds now. 1 metal, 1 wood, no armored walls. So Thomas needs a refresh, and just like that, Skyzoo's going to walk it to him. He's going to stay back in this base. Try to grapple glove those mats. He gets 5 of them. He gets 5 metal. So he gets the Siphon metal. He's going to tank a bit of zone here to try and grab even more. He does. And he's going to switch that striker pump. Let's see if we can see some of that Thomas aim. Kami and Steady on the low ground as a full duo. Hen and Savage take the high ground. Are we going to get the Malibuka Mustache Classic? Back-to-back wins from Hen and Savage, closing out the second half of the tournament big. This would be absolutely fantastic for Hen and Savage here. Hen's getting contested though. Someone's going up and the observer skips off. And what are we doing? No! I want to see who's fighting on the high ground. Seti goes down to Stormy right though. Kami's still alive. So Kami's got to survive for 2 more teams for the prediction. And it is Frey and Flixie who take the high ground off Hen and Savage. Hen's going to go front side though. He's got 1 build left to his name. He's going to jump in on Kami and he takes down Kami in 9th. So right now, Hen is not a fan of the believers here in this chat, because unfortunately, Hen has just tossed the prediction. That is a no now. I'll wait to see the leaderboard just in case, but I believe Kami just went down in 9th. Meanwhile, Hen holding on as a solo. 6 teams, 10 players. Savage goes down. Hen's got 14 builds left though. Marion's still in this one. Looking very shambles right now. A stiff breeze will knock Marion over. Endelec's going to pick up this extra loot on the low ground. It's Snazy that's going to grab it as well, though. The Frenchman running up low ground really well right now. 6 eliminations. They found themselves in first place. First time this team has played together. As the stat showed earlier, Andelex and X3 have been playing together since, I think it was Chapter 2, Season 3. And this is the first time they've split up. So right now, Andelex and Snazy looking really good. Meanwhile, PKR and Teak on the low ground, trying to find their way up from this one if they can. Marion finally goes down. Someone's able to find him. It's Flixie. 4 teams, 7 players. Andelex and Snazy Very few builds left, but they've got good firepower. And unfortunately, they're getting suffocated on low. They're going to tank some zone. But Snazy's taking all the damage right now. ENDGAME's wrapping around with that harpoon. Finds himself on the low ground. Hen's going to come around the corner. He gets one big shot. Can he make it two? They're both one shot inside the box, but no 2v1 with the high ground focus is too much. ft.AussieAntics, their first big game of the day so far here. 3 eliminations, top 3. They're going to go down 2v2, low ground versus high ground. 9 eliminations for our first place team. ENDGAME and Snazy going into game 5 and 6 may have already secured qualification. Meanwhile, Frey and Flixie in second place, first versus second. And mind you, Frey and Flixie are not only contested, they are triple contested at their drop spot. Meanwhile, looking to close out this game. Are they going to pull off a win? They are. Frey and Flixie pulling off the win in second place now. Triple contested at Synapse. Very, very insane performance from them so far this tournament. That is very updated. Okay, we have ENDGAME and Snazy in first on 149 points. Frey and Flixie in second on 122. Quite a clear gap as well. And then Tripburn and Thomas on 108. Pinkin and Ars 102. Chips and Arskill 101. Seti and Kami coming 9th. So no, they don't make top 8 teams, unfortunately. Hen and Savage in 7th. We're breaking towards that top 5. iDrop and Jerky in 8th. Sky and Dandy in 9th. And then Nebs and Marion in 10th. Who's on the high ground? Podesai. Podesai and X-Sweezy. Not too happy with Snazy and ENDGAME taking all the attention. Oh, X-Sweezy going up for it. Only 21 above though, so they kind of need to get damage on this team. Hold the high ground, but also get the surge. 12 players have to go down. X-Sweezy doing the best he can with a burst rifle. If they had SMGs, this would be a lot easier, but X-Sweezy and Podesai, I think, just had their high ground taken. Meanwhile, Hen and Savage were looking for that on second height, but I believe they've dropped after they realized there's 2 teams already up there. Podesai, though, loses this one to Typo and Grapple Enjoyer. The problem is 3 builds and we're on the high ground. Jump! Oh no, we're not looking good here at all. Why do they play this so aggro? Typo and Grapple Enjoyer making a very interesting high ground play. Meanwhile, Jerky and iDrop are the ones who take it, but Savage and Hen hanging out on that second height. Jerky doesn't have the SMG, only has the AR, and 22 below. Hen and Savage might be able to take this potentially, depending on how they play this. Seti getting an elim down below as well. Seti's solo right now, though. Kami's gone down. They're in 5th place, so Seti's going to have to big clutch right now. He's got the medkits. He's got the floppers. So he's got White Heels to play Storm, but see if he can pull this one off. Oh, there's a lot of loot down there. There's a big pot. I think I saw a Spider-Man glove, but I guess it got taken. Yep, there's another team down there on the low ground. Hen and Savage still on that second height. I'm kind of covering them a little bit with my camera right now. They're still here on that second height, moving their way through against Jerky and iDrop up on that high ground. Meanwhile, first place, ENDGAME and Snazy are right down on the very low ground. Still holding on. Looking just ridiculously consistent right now. Tripper and Thomas in that mid ground. Problem for Jerky and iDrop right now is the lack of AR ammo and the lack of SMGs. So right now, Jerky and iDrop don't actually have that much pressure to apply from high ground. If Hen and Savage are still lurking on that second height, they could easily make a play for it. I don't know exactly what Hen and Savage have, though. We haven't seen their loadout, and here it is, though. Savage goes down. No, Hen is a solo. The Malibuca Classic, the comeback in the last 3 games looking really rough right now. Hen gonna have to pull out all the stops here as a solo. 14 builds, 41, 31 health right now. 2 health right now. Armored Wall comes out. Someone's on the wall, and you've got to think even Hen can't win this. And no, Hen's gonna go down, unfortunately, just outside top 15. So no for the prediction. It's a rough game 5 here. Hen and Savage could still do with a big game 6. Meanwhile, first place going down, but I truly think ENDGAME has already qualified for Grands. I think they've done enough. Meanwhile, Thomas now trying to pick up those impact solo points. Trying to pick up more of those. Tripburn is now fully finished. Shots coming back on the low ground. That might be Jerky. No, it's not Jerky. Someone else is running that dog shit skin. Meanwhile, Astro's on the low ground. Thomas HD with 70 builds, 82 builds. Really good weapons, but unfortunately, again, still no SMG. I guess with Thomas's aim, though, the AR is more than good enough. Meanwhile, Seti and Kami are down here. Seti with 30 builds, 3 elims. Seti's still going solo. He's been going solo since like top 25 teams, I think. Ziandy's still in this one as well after taking down our second place team of Frey earlier this game. So Thomas and Seti going for big solo clutches. Both of them in top 5 trying to hold on for dear life. We only got one more game after this. Seti gets caught in the box in a 2v1 and Seti unfortunately is going to go down. But what a performance from him as a solo. Meanwhile, Janice and Vidil in this one in 6th place. So Janice and Vidil making a comeback. Remember, both Kami, Seti, and Janice and Vidil, both of them not even making round 4 last week. And now they're here. Thomas now solo taking high ground. Only Thomas would be going for solo high ground takes on Jerky and iDrop. Jerky popping all the splashes. Can Thomas hold on to this one right now? He's still got that purple shotgun in hand. Only has the AR now, so again, same issues he has from Jerky and iDrop. No SMG to put down the pressure, but when you've got aim like Thomas, I don't think it really matters. 4 teams alive, 6 players, and Thomas just outfering high ground as a solo. 2nd place right now, almost securing their qualification. They just need one more good game of Vidil and Janice running up this low ground. It's a 2v1, low ground versus high ground. Janice and Vidil versus Thomas HD, and Thomas trying to suffocate them right now, but only has 7 builds left. Needs to hold on. He's going to have to hit one of those big Thomas HD pump shots. 2 armored walls left as well, whether he chooses to use them or not, but Thomas just has to find an angle. Janice and Vidil are taking their time, playing patient. They're playing this very well right now for the 1v2. They just can't make solo plays. They have no heal off, so they know they have to fight this. They don't know whether Thomas has any heal off though himself. Thomas sitting back, jumps down and doesn't hit the shot onto Janice. A very, very rare Thomas HD miss there. He hit him, but not as hard as Thomas normally would. Then Janice and Vidil walk away with the win. Still a really insane performance from Thomas though. We have Andalex and Snazy in first on 168. I have to imagine that holds. Remember, top 5 goes straight through to grands, so I'm pretty sure 168, you would not drop outside top 5 with that. Tripper and Thomas jumping up into 2nd. Vidil and Janice jumping up into 3rd. T-Chips and Artskill in 4th. Seti and Kami in 5th. Unfortunately, Frey and Flixie dropping down from 2nd to 6th with that on-spawn death. Then we have iDrop and Jerky, Pink and Anas, Hen and Savage, Deox and Bubak. That's a stacked top 10 with a single game to go. It's going to be very, very interesting to see how this plays out. 173 below here for Jerky and iDrop. 3 eliminations and they're still 100 below. 7 splashes though. Jerky and iDrop have a really good loadout. A lot of people would be very excited to see Jerky and iDrop make grands. Thomas HD takes down Knight in this one. Top 5 is so close right now. A lot of these teams could jump up again. Remember, elimination points are glitched. So don't take the in-game leaderboard as 100% fact. It's a close estimate, but it's not 100%. Meanwhile, the Rift has been hit. Thomas HD testing some of that aim. Got quite a few people in the sky above him. Got to make sure they hold this high ground. They've built a pretty big tarp for these players to land on, so they've got to be careful. There's Thomas HD taking shots onto Clement. Clement's going to go down past it. Floki's going to have to follow. Meanwhile, Vox and Skyzoo take the chance to do the same. Thomas HD and Tripburn, and oh my god, there's the Thomas aim. Holding on to this one really, really well right now. Sky takes down Grapple and Joy. This is game 6, top 5 going straight through to grands. The last game of EU FNCS Qualifier 2. Frey and Flixie on the low ground, man. For me right now, they are a personal favorite. Triple conned, 2nd place going into game 5. Go down, and now leaving it up to game 6 to clutch. Meanwhile, Hen trying to do his best to try to secure this top 5 for him and his teammate Savage. A lot of pressure on them right now. Kami and Seti in 4th place right now. Really consistent play from them. We got Chips and Artskill, the production team, killing it right now. Chips and Artskill in 3rd, and no, Chips goes down. Artskill is a solo. 18 builds going to make this happen. Skyzoo's down below though, and that's an Elim. That's going to be 2 more points, maybe 4 if they took down the team. And that's 2 points. That's a lot of mats, and that's good meds. 129 builds. Artskill has pretty much the best material you could ask for here in this end game right now. Meanwhile, Jerky on the other end of the spectrum, 1 build, 0 builds. Jerky trying to hold on. He does have 12 splashes though, so he has the meds. Big shot on the backside of zone here. I'm not sure who he took that shot on, but Jerky gonna back up here. It looks like it was, I'm not even sure who that was from Jerky right now, but he is still holding on right now. PKR is the one who took that big shot right there from Jerky. And PKR, can he get it? No, he can't. Jerky's going to eventually get that elimination to Storm. Those 2 points could be the difference. 6 eliminations for Jerky. If you guys saw last FNCS, Jerky's response to not qualifying, you know how much this means to him. Can he bring it home right here? Artskill, meanwhile, top 7 teams right now. Tripper and Thomas on the high ground. I think they've done more than enough to qualify themselves here. Artskill still holding on to solo. Jerky holding on solo. I don't know if Hen is still in this. Is Hen still going? Kami's still in this. A lot of our top 5 teams still going. Meanwhile, these solos are trying to clutch up as hard as they can. Jerky's gone down, and I believe Hen has followed as well. We'll have to wait to see the leaderboard at the end, whether their solo clutch was enough. Meanwhile, Kami Seti doing fantastically well in their comfortable spot on the ultra low ground. As a duo, 31 builds for Kami as well, so they have a lot of control down here with the extra builds. Kami's got those splashes and med mist too to just keep playing zone. No one's going down here. One more zone to go. Is he going to pull across the water? No, it pulls far south. That's a max pull 9th zone. It is going to Narnia. So any of these teams on low ground without material in a really, really rough spot right now. Dandy being one of them. He's going to fall here. Art Skill still going as a solo. Art Skill doing so well right now. I'm pretty sure he has secured top 5 for him and Chips. Still 6 teams in this, though. There's a lot of teams here for the final rotating zone. The pressure is on. With grand final on the line, everyone's taking it seriously. We get some Polish on Polish action. You don't see it too much here. Kami said he's taking shots on the Cubics and Devon.
Long time no see.
And here it is. They do the 2 Polish teams clashing on the low ground. Cubics is a little bit ahead of Kami, his ex-duo mate from a very long time ago. Said he's going to fall at the hands of Cubics right there. And there it is. Kami going to get a big shot through. Kami is going to take down Cubics. He's got an extra med mist here and some splashes too. We have another player up a little bit ahead. We got Tripburn and Thomas are there on that, like, high. Is that high ground? I'm not really sure here. Floki and Clement. I think that is high ground. That is high ground. They're dropping down, getting the elims. Meanwhile, the French team, Floki and Clement, we haven't seen too much from them in this end game right now. Haven't seen too much from them today in 30th place, having a really good game 6, though. Proving there's a ray of hope there for the rest of their FNCS. But it's Kami right now, 1v2v2. Thomas and Tripper on the high ground. Kami's going up. He has the splashes, has the med miss. If he takes the high ground, if he has time to use them, but no. Kami just drops the big loot delivery on Thomas and Tripper on the high ground. They now have the splashes. They have the material. They have what they need, but they're getting dropped out. Floki and Clement on the low ground, and Floki unfortunately gets caught off guard, doesn't have the ammo, and Thomas and Tripper in the 1v2, but no, Clement hits the maxi. Clement 1v1 against Tripburn right now. An insanely exciting 1v1 to close out our qualifier 2. Tripburn goes up, manages to block him off. Tripburn has the high ground, no more builds. Beautiful armored wall. Clement trying to mantle his way and gets another shot, but unfortunately Zone is going to take its victim and Clement goes down. Thomas and Tripburn are going to win game 6. Bro, what a finish. Holy. Straight through into grands. We have Andalex and Snazy. Insane performance. Just beating out Tripburn and Thomas by a singular point in 2nd. Seti and Kami in 3rd. Chips and Art Skill in 4th. And iDrop and Jerky in 5th. Jokes aside, been talking a lot of shit on Jerky, but I'm very, very happy to see iDrop and Jerky top 5. But, oh no. Frey and Flixie played so well and they just fell off the pace at the very end. Oh, they went down on game 1 as well. So they just had those 3 really good games. And then Hen and Savage. Hey, good sign for Hen and Savage, though. Very good sign. 7th place. That's a good performance. Unfortunately, these 2 games, I mean, if you go back and watch the VODs, it was just brutal. Just the hamster running the Fortnite servers fucking died. And they just, I don't even know what those fights were. Meanwhile, Vidil and Janice, unfortunately, that last game really costing them, dropping them down into 8th. Going down to Nebs and Marine on spawn. Deox and Boo back in 9th, and then Pink and Anas in 10th. I'll scroll through the rest. Thanks for all the follows, guys. Appreciate the love. Thank you so much. Good finish to Game 6 of EU, man. So now we've got an hour and a half until NA starts.